Welcome back to Tame Mayhem. Why are you laughing at me?
Dude, I was thinking back when we were in the car earlier today. Before we got down from Walgreens, you said you were just like, I'm going to buy something just because I have money now. I just thought that was like the funniest shit you said.
You don't feel the same when you have cash?
100% though. That's why I don't carry cash anymore. Because anytime I had a little bit of cash, I'm just like, all right, I'm going to go spend this shit.
It's like it doesn't even matter. It's like spending Monopoly money, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Cash doesn't get you anywhere now. Unless you have a lot of it.
I don't know. I mean, the way... What the fuck are you talking about? The way I was talking about it is that, like, you know, it's easy to give away a 5 than to hand over my card.
That is true. Because then you think about, like, oh, fuck.
So it's like, dude, everything I have is in this plastic. Like...
Putting a lot of trust into you. Please don't fuck me over. Yeah, definitely.
A fucking, you know, cash is just pieces of paper, bro.
You also said something funny in Walgreens too.
Enlighten me.
We were looking for face masks, the black face masks, and you were like, and I was like, oh, they're probably in the aisle over there. Go check it out. You're like, you're not gonna come with me. We said
I told you why I said that though. It's because I drove. So it's like, what are you going to do after you finish checking out? Go back into the store? Like, all right, time to continue shopping. I'm going to buy one item at a time. Like, what the fuck? You may as well just come with me.
Yeah, I then thought about it. I'm like, all right, yeah.
It'd be different if you drove. Then I'd have a real hard time convincing you to come with me.
Like, please come.
The main reason I wanted you to come with me is because I didn't even know where to look.
No, I didn't even know where to start either.
Yeah, so I was like,
it was a busting.
Now that there's 2 people on this task, someone has to get it done. Because if it's a solo task, you could just say, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, true.
Dude, isn't it crazy? Like, isn't that peer pressure?
Is it?
I feel like it is in a way, right? Because it's like if you were, or is it a matter of integrity?
I'm trying to think of it.
Because it's like if I had done that alone, I would have spent like 2 seconds looking for it, and then I would have been like, fuck it, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah, but if you have another person working on the case, then you feel obligated and like, I can't let my team down.
Exactly. It's like well, for me, I was like, I have to be the first one to find it. I'm like, I feel like Mauro is gonna give me shit if he finds it. Which I feel like you would have. Oh, there we fucking go. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, here you go, bitch boy. I found him, bitch boy. Here's your mask, bitch boy. No, I probably wouldn't have.
Yeah, but I didn't find any masks. You found them all. You didn't find the right ones, but you found more than I did. But like I was saying, do you ever have moments like that, though, whenever you're doing shit alone, and then you're just like, well, like I have nothing writing on this and no one's looking, so there's no shame if I just quit right now.
Absolutely. I probably do that more than I should. So
overall, are you a quitter?
I feel like for the majority of things, I'm not. But there's some things that I'm just like, man, I'm fucking over this. I'm not doing this.
One time
I don't do it.
One time I tried to learn how to play checkers, and that was a fucking moment.
Was it?
Yeah. I still don't know how to play checkers.
You don't know how to play. You know how to play chess, but you don't know how to play fucking checkers.
It's never been properly explained to me, and every explanation I try to search online, I kind of just forget what I'm Googling whenever I get to Google. So,
like checkers.
Checkered shirt?
Nice. Hey, this looks pretty nifty. You think I look hot in this?
Don't know how to play checkers. Don't know. I don't know. I feel like I don't know how to do a lot of stuff just because I said fuck it. Don't know how to speak Spanish.
But thank God I know how to speak German.
I mean, I've tried to learn Spanish probably like 6 different times in my life.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. You still haven't picked it up once?
Well, you know, you can learn any language through body language, kind of get an idea of what they're talking about. But like on paper, or even just hearing it like through a wall, I couldn't even tell you like what would be discussed, like because I rely on body language to understand it.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's a pretty unique way.
And just like just the general context of the situation. You know what I mean? Because it's like, like if you're at a Walmart and someone comes up to you. Speaking like any language that you don't speak, and then they're kind of just like making a gesture to like some item or whatever, you can probably assume they're asking like where to find something or who to find something. You know what I mean? So
who to find something?
Who to find or who to find. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. But it's like if someone called me and started speaking a different language, no. No way.
Like I'm sorry, I can't help you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel that. Because I mean, I like if you like, there's been some times that you spoke German to me. I'm like, the fuck are you saying to me? It was because I'm not looking at you, but then sometimes
These are context clues, asshole.
Well, yeah,
By the way, I don't remember any time I've ever fucking spoken German to you.
we were playing video games one time.
Oh wow, I bet.
Yeah, we were. You know us.
No,
We
I
were,
don't remember
we were
speaking
tearing
German
ass
to you.
too, but you were like wunderbar or some shit. I'm like,
Why
what the hell
would
did you
I
say to me?
speak to you in a language you can't even respond in? It takes all the fun
It's the
out of
same
it.
way I speak to you in Spanish sometimes.
You'd never speak to me in Spanish.
I do.
I mean, you talk dirty to me in Spanish, but that's like, we'll fix that in post.
We'll fix that in post.
But
Wait a minute.
but no, you've never spoken Spanish to me. I don't think. I mean, maybe like fucking 5 years ago, but you haven't done it like in the last 2 years. That's for sure.
No, yeah, I gave up on you. It was in high school. I was like,
See, there we go. Probably when I was still trying to somewhat pick it up.
yeah, because you
yeah.
were like, teach me how to speak Spanish, asshole. I'm like, okay.
Doubt it. I never fucking asked you that
You
because I was
definitely
not
said
interested.
that. You've definitely said that.
I can't see myself saying that because I've never really been that interested in learning the language.
Clearly, it's been 6 different times. You still don't know it.
Exactly. I'm a fucking quitter when it comes to Spanish. Jesus Christ.
What about like physical? Like if you're at the gym, what about then? Like if you're doing a set and you're just like, I can't do this shit anymore. Do you try to rep it
I
out?
actively try to hurt myself.
You see you rep it out.
Yeah.
Nice.
I go as far as I possibly can before it's like there's
Fucking
no way
Super
I can
Saiyan
do
over
this.
here.
Yeah, I mean you just cuz that's a lot easier to try at than learning a language. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's
I
like
don't care.
it's like yeah, I like because it's like I know when I've reached my limit. Like whenever I can't fucking lift the thing or do the exercise anymore. You know what I mean? That's my limit. I know when I reached it, and I can be proud of that. But like when it comes to learning another language or anything at all, it's like you can only put in so much time, right?
Yeah, true. Kudos to you though. There have been some times that I was just like, I can't do this anymore, and I just stopped.
Didn't you used to take Latin
Yeah.
and you quit that?
No, I finished it. 2 years.
Well, I mean, to learn a language, you always have to be learning.
Fuck out of here.
Oh, come on.
It's a dead language. Who speaks Latin anymore?
Jeez, I still practice my German. I read German articles. I'll listen to German media, etc.
I still think of Vini Vini Vici.
Vini Vidi Vici.
Mostly Vinnied. So yeah, I practice Latin.
Yeah.
Semper ubi sub ubi.
Lorem ipsum. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Kappa kappa whatever.
I love how like some Latin is just universally known though. Call it a dead language again, assholes.
That's true. Like I never realized they mentioned that because since so many like languages take from Latin, you tend to just know some words.
I mean, it lives on.
Yeah, it's Latin's legacy.
Latin's legacy. Latin's grandkids.
Gone but not forgotten.
How the fuck do you call a language fucking dead though?
When people are still learning it, that's what I don't. I guess it's just because nobody speaks it.
But I mean, let's be
cares?
real. Tons of people are still learning Latin. Example: doctors and lawyers.
Yeah, and they still actively use the language. So yeah, I don't think it's dead.
And by the way, I'm not even defending their use of still using Latin either. I
Just
think
use
it's
English.
fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Because it's like here's why it's bullshit to me. Because it's like the United States court system does not operate the same way as the fucking like Italian government system. So like why use Latin anyway? What? Like stare decisis. That means that when it's court or when a case is appealed to a higher court, they're saying that the lower court's decision stands. Well, just say that. Just say that.
Or carpe diem whenever they seize your whole
fuck?
day and you can't even get it back.
That's Latin? I thought it was French.
carpe diem. No, it is Latin.
I don't know why I thought it was French. See, goes to show you how much I know about like Latin-based languages.
Yeah, there you go.
That's why I can never learn them. Actually, I tried to learn French once.
How did that go?
And then I was like, dude, you don't say half the letters? Like, how does anyone speak this?
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. There's that
Bordeaux.
random ass X in there.
Like, no,
Why?
Tale of Despero.
Yeah, exactly. Desperix. I remember.
Desperix.
It's like
Desperix.
Desperawix. Because it's that AUX.
Yeah, I'm
Desperox.
I'm the idiot because I didn't know you don't say X.
Right.
Sorry. I don't know what the fucking X. I'm 11. I
I'm
don't
the idiot because I don't know what silent X's are.
fucking 11. Give me a break.
No kidding, right?
Because I remember my fucking teacher grilled me about that, and it's like it's Despero. I'm like, I don't fucking. All right, I don't. Just for that, I'm not gonna read it.
He's also a mouse.
He's also a mouse.
I don't think he's offended either way.
He's also not real, by the way.
Yeah, like if it was a real person's name, that'd be one thing. This is a mouse.
That once again is not real.
Hop off my bladder, teacher. Jesus Christ.
Let me go to the bathroom, bitch. Like, wonderful. Can I leave?
What language would you want to learn if you could learn it fluently, like guarantee, what would you want?
Russian.
Really?
Just because Russian sounds so fucking funny. It sounds cool, first of all.
Do svidzonia.
It sounds like two vaginas.
I don't know. I think I said goodbye. I might have not. That's probably the only Russian I can ever know. That and yet.
Niet. Yeah, that's the favorite. That's a fun one to say.
Yep, but that's it.
I would also really like to learn Italian. Italian would be really fucking cool to sound.
Cool.
Yeah, dude.
At the same time, it's
just like a Whole Foods Spanish.
The Whole Foods Spanish.
Yeah.
What does that say about Spanish?
It's the common man's language. It's my language.
Oh my god, the common man language. So you're saying Italian's reserved for the upper class?
No, I'm probably gonna get that.
The majority of like Italians are like old though, so it makes sense. Upper class meaning older class.
Upper class meaning, yeah, that's pretty much what it means here in Oklahoma.
Don't lots of people retire in Italy? Or they say they want to.
They say they want to, but
some
I don't
people
know if
I'm
they
sure actually
do.
do it. I'm sure enough actually do.
Maybe. I don't fucking know. I don't know Italians.
Do you think Americans who retire in Italy learn the language, or do you think they just try to like get by on just certain phrases for the rest of their lives? Because you have to think, if you're retiring at age 67 in a foreign country, it's like, are you really going to spend like 3 years learning the language when, I mean, you're kind of planning to kick the bucket there in the next 20 at best.
Yeah, just know how to say, where's the bathroom? Yes, please, and thank you. It's a really funny one. I didn't even consider that one, but yeah, that's a very good one to know.
That's
just
like, where's food? Where's food? The doctor? Where's the police?
That last one was optional.
Yeah, I mean, those are the only 3 questions you need to know in any foreign language.
And where's the bathroom? Where's the police? And where's the hospital?
Yeah.
Or a doctor?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much covered all your bases. Did we? We didn't ask for water. That's kind of implied, though, with food.
Yeah, I guess so. Once again, I don't know Italians.
I don't know their way of life over there.
I don't know if they rely on water.
No, they rely on wine.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're responsible for most of the wine in the world.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, this is bullshit because I don't know if that's an actual stat anymore because half of the fucking wines that was on that menu came from California.
Well, yeah, of course it's cheaper for like, you know, American stores and American restaurants to get
Give it
American
an Italian.
wine.
One of the names was literally Ferrari. It was like bullshit. That's an actual Italian wine. And then we looked it up. Of course, it was from California.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, it's just cheaper for them to do that. And you can name it anything you want, so that's just a big old marketing ploy. You know what I mean? You can name it whatever the fuck you want.
I don't know. Give it an Italian name. Fucking Ferrari.
Yeah, bro. It's because it costs too much to get shit overseas, I guess, man. I mean, that's like the main reason that.
You saw what happens when we try. Fucking big ass boats get stuck in their own canals and shit. So dumb.
How did this happen? Well, you know, I was just trying to, you know, take a bunch of wine over to the States.
But I was like, dude, did you see the diagram that I drew before he got stuck? It was just a giant dick and balls. It was just a giant dick and balls, and then it was like, all right, and then got stuck. That's how it happened. Because the crew was laughing so hard.
You know, actually, what I thought you were going to say earlier is that you found it hard to believe that Italy produces much of the world's wine because I could just consistently lie to you.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. I don't know if that's actually true, but yeah.
You know what? You become a good liar, I feel, but only because of me. Because sometimes you'll tell me shit, and I'll be like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
You're a bad
Like-
influence, but yeah.
You're a bad influence. I'm teaching you life skills here.
Yeah, you learning as much as shitty as it is, you have to know how to lie.
Duh.
Fucking, that's a
What if you ever have to go to court?
you have to lie. It's about who lies best.
Pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I wonder how much lying goes on. But hang on, I still wanted to talk about this, about how much I lie to you and how much you lie to me.
Okay. We're gonna come.
You lie to me
right
a
now.
fuck ton.
Do I?
And what I want to say is that you don't even mean to.
That's the best lie. When you believe it. That's why I get away with it so easily.
Jesus, man, you suck.
But give me an
Also,
example.
does it count as a lie if someone is incorrect? Like, for example, like, you know what I mean?
Like if someone just gives you
If
bum
I said
information
this car is from Germany, but it's actually from Italy,
and you just didn't know.
I just didn't know just because I thought it was from Germany. Is that technically a lie?
No.
Right?
That's just ignorance, right?
But sometimes people are like, oh, but like ignorance doesn't necessarily like protect you from, consequences, etc. Right?
I want to know what the consequences are for
Okay,
lying where your
it's
car is
like-
from, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, is that a German car? No, it's Italian.
You're under arrest, bucko.
It's
Better
like,
read the user manual next time.
hey, this car's from Italy. Oh, you're so fucked.
You're so fucked. I want a universe where that fucking happens.
Fuck no, that sounds awful.
Where like if you fucking accidentally like give the wrong information, like the fucking information police show up.
So, it says right here.
No. Grace's birthday is actually December 1st, not the 2nd. That's going to be a $500 fee and 30 days in county.
Plus 30 days in county. Maybe give you some time to learn your fucking best friend's name. And her birthday.
Give you some fucking time to learn your friend's name and birthday. Jesus, man. Can't you go to shit? Can't. Wow.
Oh, you almost had it. You almost had it, George.
You can go to jail for shit like that in North Korea, though, right?
Dude, fucking you can go to jail over anything over there. There was a Vice documentary that I saw, which I don't even know how fucking accurate that was, but
You can go to jail for anything in North Korea and probably Russia, too.
dude, some shit going down in Russia.
Yeah.
I don't know how much and how much. If you have enough money, you can get away with anything in Russia.
You never hear about wide unrest or protests or shit like that in Russia. You know what I mean?
They're going
And
on
I feel
right
like
now.
it's because they arrest everyone before it gets to that level. You know what I mean? But it's not even at the scale of like what I meant. What really I'm referring to is like the Hong Kong protests.
Oh, I see. So, I don't know too much. I don't know how too much about the Hong Kong protests, other than the fact that they were
That
crazy
sheer
efficient.
numbers.
The sheer numbers, and they were
numbers they put
crazy.
out.
They were crazy efficient.
Yeah.
Like there are videos of them. Like it's like just hordes of people, but they're moving so.
Yeah, I
fucking
saw a
efficiently.
time lapse
It's
one time
crazy.
of like over like an entire day, like sunrise to sunset, and it was like going fast, and it's just like thousands of people just walking throughout the day, like no gap, no break whatsoever, just constantly flowing through, and I'm just like, it's crazy. And honestly, like I guess you don't really see protests like that really anywhere. I mean, the reason it got a lot of attention was because of how many people were participating. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Russia.
Yeah. As of right now, they've been slipping because there is a lot of footage of the like Russian protests going on right now.
Yeah.
Because of the whole Alexei Navalny thing, which a little bit of backstory just for those who don't know. He's a political opponent of Putin's, and he's been banned from showing up on like traditional media. So he's not allowed to be in like newspapers or TV because he was technically convicted of a crime way back when, but it was a bullshit crime. So instead, he was smart. So he started building his following online, and he resonates with a lot of the younger people that have been growing up under the same shit because they've seen it constantly. Like political opponent comes to power, Putin gets threatened, the other dude disappears. It's just how it goes. This is how it goes in Russia.
Yeah, I feel like, and like 6 billion people turn a blind eye.
Yeah, and everybody's just like, oh, he got sick. I'm like, word? And like, he got sick.
Bro, like, what if that happened in the United States? Or really anywhere else? I feel like if it happened, you know what, and I don't even want to say anywhere else, but like United States, any European country, really. I don't know. It's just
like a westernized.
I guess Western, but I don't even want to draw a distinction between Western and Eastern. Because it's irrelevant.
I guess it's just like just imagine seeing a superpower, like a superpower
it's just
nation.
Different governance, I guess. I mean, USSR dissolved in '91, so I mean, you have 30 years since. I mean, technically 30 years of the Russian Federation. Yeah. So I mean, I guess they rigged it from the beginning. It's harder to do that whenever it's like in the 1700s. So I feel like that's maybe the main reason. But like I said, that has nothing to do with Western versus Eastern. But how?
It's just a very interesting case of
what I think is fucking. Like it's like they wrote in the ways for them to like rig it this way since way back when. It's like, what the fuck were you expecting? It's like, you planned for this?
That's fucking crazy to me. That's even crazier to think about. They were like,
they obviously did.
Like, here's what happens if somebody tries to get a little too big for their britches.
Well, and they continually do so because, for example, I think this Alexei Navalny, thank you. This Alexei Navalny stuff, along with anything else that the Russian government does, is just like a smokescreen for what it's actually actively accomplishing behind the scenes. Like, for example, they recently passed legislation discriminating against trans and gay people. And in this same set of legislation, it reset Putin's like time as president, so that way he can serve two more 6-year terms. But it's like, obviously, we're more outraged about the civil rights issue.
Yeah.
But it's like, he's given himself like 12 more years to do shit like this and worse.
Like he's probably gonna at the end of those 12 years, probably gonna give himself even more time.
And part of the thing was, it's like, it's not even that this legislation just made it legitimate that they trans and gay people don't have certain rights, but it's like, it's always been that way in Russia.
Yeah.
Like they have always been discriminated against. So this just kind of set it in stone, and they were waiting to do that because it's like, what shitty thing are we gonna have to do here soon that we're gonna have to cover up with this PR disaster that we're not gonna respond to anyway because we're the government.
And they were like, oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Putin wants more power. Let's give it to him.
And a few years ago too,
when they banned like the mentioning of gay couples and everything.
Yeah, and the same set of legislation, it was the president term limits are so that you can serve 3 terms so long as they're not all consecutive, and it extended the term from 4 to 6 years.
Oh my fucking god!
Yeah.
So, and he's only served 2 terms, or how many terms has he served technically right now?
I think this is like his 3rd one.
Oh my god, that's incredible. That's crazy. That's crazy to think about. Just
I could be wrong, but I know he's had more than 2. This is at least his 3rd one.
Yeah, he's been
be his 4th.
Yeah, because I mean, he's been in power for quite a long time.
Yeah, what was interesting about it too is that he was constitutionally bound to not run for president after like his 2nd term or whatever. So guess what? Instead, he just became prime minister or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it was. He became prime minister.
Yeah. And the president was, I think his name was also Vladimir Medvedev. I could be wrong about the first name, but it was President Medvedev for a while. But it's not like it mattered because Medvedev was pretty much like handpicked by Putin from the beginning.
Right.
So Putin was running things the entire
Christ.
time.
What did we expect from an ex-KGB agent, though?
Right. who
It's like
has
that-
like
who-
not aged at all. He's like
Fucking-
looked the same since he was like 14. I
Yeah,
bet.
yeah. There's a
Receding
picture.
hairline and everything.
There was a picture of him whenever he was stationed at the Berlin Wall. Looks exactly the same as he does now.
I think he
fucking
would
crazy.
get. I think he'd get more respect if he worked his glamour muscles a little more. Because I'm not even gonna argue the fact that he could kick my ass.
He
I'm
could
sure
definitely
he
kick the
could.
shit out of me.
But like, could you imagine? Like, I think if he had a 6-pack and some like rockin' pecs, you know, like
Have you seen that picture? Put him shirtless that one time.
yeah, but he's not like, you know, ripped or anything like that. I mean, he's kind of rocking a semi dad bod.
Yeah, yeah. He definitely looks pretty jacked for a politician. You know,
Yeah, I mean, he's
like if it.
that, and that's kind of what I was referring to. I know he can kick my ass. I'm just saying, I think he should go all in.
Yeah, instead of war, we should just put all of the world's leaders in a boxing ring and then just have them like fight it out like WWE style, like a Royal Rumble.
I was thinking more of a what was that thing Arnold Schwarzenegger did, like the Mr. Universe or whatever,
Oh,
that kind of stuff,
they all who's
like
the
bodybuilding competition.
That's how The Rock's gonna become president.
Yeah, actually, this is common theory.
We're political scientists now.
But what I'm proposing is that actual politicians currently have to do it. Because that makes for more show and more money. Come on, NBC.
Exactly.
Hire me on.
Your
What the
TV
fuck?
sucks anyways. Like,
Yeah.
might as well do something that will actually work.
Come on, let me get this off the ground.
All
Could
I
you
need is-
imagine if you had all the
What are the
hosts of
costs?
60 Minutes in The Tonight Show? They're like, we want to see all the world leaders get jacked,
Get fucking ripped.
get roid raged. But let's
Then it
be
was-
real. Do you think Putin would dope?
Yeah, 100%. Like, there was a whole. They got banned from the Olympics. Remember?
Yeah.
Because all their which
kinda what I
which,
was, yeah,
which again,
referring to.
I think I'm pretty sure we talked about this, but yeah, they got banned from the Olympics because of a steroid scandal.
Good for them.
Yeah, they were like,
More for me.
Fuck yeah, we want to win.
They're like, where does it say? Where does it say? Like, right fucking here.
We literally have an entire committee. Jesus, Russia.
Dopings and everything. Wasn't Lance Armstrong accused of doping?
He was convicted of doping. He had his title stripped.
Wow. So he's like nothing now?
Yeah, he's just the guy with one ball that sat on a bike for like 7 hours or something.
That's the best description I've heard of Lance Armstrong in quite a while. So he doesn't have any title. Did he not get multiple?
He got multiple. He got stripped of all of them.
All of them.
All 7 of
Wow.
them. I think it was 7
Did he
of them.
dope for all of them?
I'm pretty sure.
But what if he didn't? What if he only doped for like
For
the
the
last 3?
Then that would be some hoe shit.
Because it's like, whoa, hang on. The
Well,
first
the other one's
4 were
fair and square.
legit. Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's like, who are you going to give it to? like, I wasn't cheating then. Like, yeah, I was planning it. But like, who cares? And
Come on, I won that. Guys, my legs still hurt.
it's like, I guess I get why they would do it, you know, to make an example and to make a statement. But it's also like, you can't deny he won it. Fair and square. Assuming that you have an athlete who didn't dope for the first half of their career.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? To Russia with love. To Russia with love, Tame Mayhem.
Come get us, bitches.
Don't invite them.
Bro, I've never been. They can't take me back. You know what I
Take
mean?
shit from me. I don't got to take shit from Putin. I don't live there.
Fuck is the United States gonna do? Extradite me? Yo, speaking of Russians, I actually don't know why I said that because this dude isn't Russian, but I have a story to tell you.
Dude, rushing around. That's why. But what is that story, George?
Okay, so you remember that one? You remember that tongue toss story I told you?
Oh my god. Okay, I have to refresh my memory because the
It's-
tongue toss story is a pretty good one.
It was whenever I was waiting tables, and so I walk up to a table and I say like, yeah, I'm
Good day,
selling
I'm
them-
George. Fuck.
I'm
God damn it.
selling them a pizza.
Oh, okay.
I'm selling them a pizza, and so I'm like, oh, what kind of crust do you want? Hand tossed, thin crust? And the dude says to me, oh, well, I don't know, George. Do you have tongue tossed crust? And I was like super busy at the time, and so like anytime like a customer says some like dumb shit or tries to make a joke,
Just punch
like,
him in the face.
I'll just exactly. No, I usually just say something like oh, if only, or I wish. So I said, Oh, I wish. And he said, and he puts down his menu and he looks at me and he says, "That's a weird thing to wish for, George. I think I'd wish for more wishes."
Hey, fucker, you're the one that asked me if we had it.
I know, right?
The only reason I want it here is so you don't have to ask stupid ass questions like that.
It's like I got so embarrassed. And he's the weirdo. He's the one that made it weird.
So why did you ask me in the first place, dickhead?
Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't think about it like that at the time. I remember being like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck just happened? Like, oh, this dude thinks I'm weird." It's like, dude, you. What
wait a
kind
minute,
of
I'm not
joke is
weird.
that? What kind of joke is that? I really want to fucking know. What kind of joke is that? You ask for tongue-tossed crust? What am I supposed to say? I feel like in that case, me saying "I wish" actually worked out for the better. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh no, we're all out. Like what?
Like,
nope,
fucker,
not
you had it?
today.
Yeah, no, not today. I'm not last time, sir.
I can say, "Oh yeah, we can." Like I can do it. Like I'm gonna
like,
tongue
oh, yeah.
toss your crust, sir.
Oh yeah, do you want me to take a bite, make out with you, baby bird style?
That's tongue tossing crust, dude. That's a talk that brings stuffed crust to a whole new level.
Jesus Christ.
Well, so yeah, so that's the whole tongue tossed story. For those of you who don't know,
A little bit of backstory.
it was the weirdest thing that ever happened to me waiting tables. And then I don't know if I ever told you the story, but there was another time I was waiting tables, and I go up to this table, like it's and it's halfway, through their meal. I'm just checking up on them and whatnot, and my coworker is there, and he knows them somewhat because I guess they come in regularly, and so he looks at me and he looks at the guest, and he says, "Oh, like his name's George too." And I made it sound like he's like fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That's not how it went. I don't know why I felt the need to change that. No, he said it like, "Oh, wow, look, well, like meet George. His name's George too, and stuff like that." And so, we have a moment like, "Oh, you don't meet many people named that," and whatever. So the next time I go back there, bringing them something, he calls me Paul.
Dickhead.
The dude whom I met, who was introduced to each other as George.
It's like his name is George
We had a little
too.
conversation about it, and he fucking calls me Paul. And you know what he says right after? He says, "It just gets a little weird calling, saying your own name or whatever."
So you're gonna call me someone else's name? No, fucker. My name is George.
And I felt like immediately I was like, all right, this is fucking weird. I'm like, this is weird. That's it. Because I've met so many people named George, like waiting tables and just in life. And they always call me George. It's actually never a problem.
Yeah, they don't feel weird like calling someone else by their own name. Kind of fucking.
And yet
what?
this guy had a problem. Okay, so this story gets even weirder. So he hands me his card so he can pay for his tab and whatnot. And so I'm running around doing other stuff, and as I'm walking, he says to me like, "Oh, what? Did it decline?" And I make a joke. I'm like, "Oh, we're working on it. Trust me." Like, like, "Oh, it's harder than it looks." Like, like there's something going on with your card. Just making a joke.
Right.
So I go to actually run it, and the shit declines.
Oh my god.
The shit fucking declines. And so I'm like, this is a shit show. I told him I was working on it and everything.
And now this card is fucking bum.
Like, now I have to go back there and say, like, dude, like, why would you give me a card that you would assume that that's not gonna work?
Like, fuck face. Why did you're like, "Oh, is there something trouble?" Like, so that should have been that's a red flag right there. And like, am I gonna have trouble? Like, you're trying to tell me something?
Honestly, man, I really just gave him the benefit of the doubt there. But after that Paul shit, I really should have clued in.
I know, right, fucker? Like, well, first of all, was he calling you Paul by this point, or was this after?
He called me Paul the second time he saw me.
What's wrong with my court, Paul? Hey, Paul. What's
Yeah, and he made a point to call me. He would say shit like that as well, like, "Oh, don't worry about it, Paul," or "Thanks, Paul," shit like that. It's like, you don't even have to say anything.
You
You're
could-
going out of your way to call me the wrong name. You're going out of your way.
Sir, if this was the 1500s, I would have slapped you with a white glove and taken you out back and fucking shot you.
Jesus Christ, Mauro. I don't know about that, but like, yeah, the dude was weird. But so I go back with the declined card, and it has on it's the receipt that says that it was declined and whatnot, and so
Broke bitch. That's what it says.
and so I put it down at the same time that my coworker was there, the one who introduced us. Yeah.
Worst decision of his life.
Worst decision of my life.
Still haven't forgiven him for that.
And my coworker goes like, "What did you do?" And so I'm fucking going away. And so because I don't want to deal with that shit. I don't want to be called Paul again. I don't want to be interrogated, and I don't want to have to pay for this fucker's meal. I feel like that's where this was headed.
Oh God, no. Yeah, he sounds like the type of guy that are like, "Well, Paul, looks like you're gonna have to cover my tab, Paul. Call me the right name, and maybe I'll think about it."
So I go back, and he is he's getting out his wallet for alternate payment, and so as he's opening it up. He's still with my coworker because that's who he's given the payment to at this point. So I come up and he says, "Go away, Paul." And he's like, and he makes it a point, like because it's about the wallet, like a joke, like, "Oh, like I don't want you to see how much money I have." Oh, ha ha ha, I'm so rich. Because that's funny, I guess. And so, but the thing is, it wasn't a joke.
He was serious.
Yeah, he was
dead
fucking
serious.
dead serious. He was like, "No, I go away, Paul. Like, step away, Paul. Walk away."
Shit.
And so I have to like awkwardly walk away 4 steps. It's almost like a walk of shame. I'm like, yeah, I'm not allowed to see in this man's fucking wallet.
Fucking Christ.
Like, what, you don't
dude.
want me to see your 20 Capital One cards that probably aren't yours? Like, Jesus Christ. How do I know your name's George? I didn't check the name on the card. I should have done that.
Yeah, you should be like, oh, well, no wonder this got declined.
Maybe his name was Paul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Paul?
Where the fuck did he get Paul from? Maybe it was his middle name.
Yeah,
So,
why?
so anyways, maybe he had a reason to tell me to go away because he pays in $100 bills.
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you, like, hey, give me your money. I'm not going to mug you at the table, sir.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we're gonna reach in and like grab all his money and just put it in my pocket like nothing happened.
Exactly. And like,
Like,
oh,
what are you
thanks.
so afraid of?
Exactly, sir. I'm not a thief. I'm not going to mug you in front of first of all, my coworker.
Oh man, but the honorable mention weird moment of this George guy.
So it gets
was,
weirder.
Yes. So
Jesus
he's
Christ.
with someone else. I don't know this woman's relation to him at all. I don't know. It could be daughter, niece, sister. It could be anything. I really don't know.
It's up in the air.
But yeah, someone is with him, and so I'm there at the table, and he says, again, uninvited, out of the blue, "Hey, Jessica over here thinks you're really cute." And it's just like, why are you gonna put me on the spot? Or are you gonna put both of us like on the spot like that?
No, why?
Because she says, "I didn't, but you are." Question mark.
Bitch, don't patronize me.
It's almost it's like you don't have to say anything. Like, it's fine. I know I'm hot. Like, but it's also like, fuck you, George. Like, it's like, because she didn't say this shit. And even if she did, why are you airing out her business?
Exactly.
That's none of my business. Like I said, I know I'm hot.
Exactly. Like, that's so fucking weird. Why did he feel the need to throw 2 people under the bus? And
Yeah, like it
why?
wasn't awkward enough and weird enough to call me Paul.
My fuckface, we're not friends. Why are you talking to me like
Yeah, the
this?
first time I've ever met you.
This is literally the first time I ever met you. I already don't like you.
Like, do you do this to everyone you first meet? Like,
You
that's
just
what I
making
want
an
to
ass
know.
of yourself, George.
You call people purposely by the wrong name and then gaslight people.
No, you think he's hot. He's totally hot.
No, but you said, man. No, I said the food's hot.
What the fuck are you talking about, George?
Dude, I hope when I'm that age, which is anywhere between 50 and 70, to be honest, because I couldn't tell.
Damn.
I hope when I'm that age, I'm not off the rails like that.
No,
I hope it's not a George thing. Because,
people
listen,
named George just go fucking insane.
I've met old people named George who are a little fringe.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Just in the same way, just in restaurants and stuff. But they, and I'm talking old 60 plus for sure. And they just like make weird jokes that don't land, almost equivalent to the Jessica here thinks you're super cute. Because like if that was the only thing he did throughout the entire time I knew him, I might be willing to let that go. You know what I mean?
But it was the fact he kept.
But it's the cherry on top.
Yeah, he was just digging himself a
dick.
hole. Yeah, just digging himself a hole, and then he was like, "All right, now let me drop a cherry on it." Jesus Christ! What a dickhead! Why? Why?
I don't know. I was so like anxious and nervous after that because I just felt so weird. Like after they left, I'm just like, what the fuck just happened to me? I'm like why? Why did this happen? I was just so confused. Like I really don't know how to put it. Like I got all nervous. I was like, what the fuck?
Is this what everybody that eats here is like?
I'm like, is everyone named George just like a fucking weirdo? I'm like, Jesus Christ, am I a weirdo?
Am I weird?
I don't know. I just felt weird, but then I was like, okay, this is the weirdest thing that's happened to me. So nowhere but up. You know, I there's only room for improvement at this point.
Right.
Until I wait on like two guys named George.
Two guys named George.
I'm gonna walk into a room full of like just Georges, and then it's just gonna be a fucking field day, man.
And I was like, "Hi, are you normal?"
After this, I really don't want to meet people who have the same name as me. I'm a little turned off to the experience.
Yeah, just start going by your middle name.
And that happened quite a fucking while ago too. Like and thank God I haven't met anyone named George.
I haven't met anybody named George since.
immediately be like, gotta go.
It's like, your name is George?
Actually, my name is Tom. Good day. Bye.
I was like, go. Your name is George. Throw their card back in their face. Yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit. Jesus, man. What a dickhead. First of all, I'm so confused first of all, I don't have a problem. Like, whenever I worked food, I didn't have a problem with customers not being not nice to me. I didn't care because they're just here to eat. I didn't mind that. But whenever they went out of their way to be dickheads, I'm like, why?
What's interesting about this whole George thing is that some people might not even call it being a dickhead. Some people would be like, he's just teasing you or giving you a hard time.
Does he like me? Does he want to pull my hair?
And it's no, if at any point,
give me a kiss behind the slide.
If at any point I'm offended or uncomfortable, no, he's being a dickhead.
Yeah.
And it's I shouldn't even have to be like, hey, you're being fucking weird. Read the room.
I know. The thing is that I know you. I know this George. And whenever we're put in, we've been in some weird situations before, and I can kind of see it in your eyes. You're just like, so I want to be there. I wanted to I wish I was there to be a third person spectacle just to see what your facial reactions were. And I'm like, I bet he's fucking mad.
I bet he thought I was digging the shit up too, fucking with masks and everything. He just saw my squinty eyes, and it's just like, you don't actually see that I'm terrified right now, huh?
You don't see my lips sweating right now.
Yeah, it's like about.
That's how fucking scared I am. My lips are sweating.
No, to you it just looks like I'm smiling and taking it. That's the opposite of what's happening.
Just lower your mask to no, and then just put it back up.
Could you imagine how fucking how serious would you have to be? You're like, hey, cut the shit.
Hey, cut it. And then just put it.
One time I saw someone take off their mask to sneeze.
I can't believe it.
I remember immediately I was like, what was the point of your mask if you're gonna take it off to sneeze? And then you know what they said back? They said, they said, well, I just don't like it when I get spit and shit all over my mask. And I'm like, that's what it's fucking there for. I'm like, what the fuck are you wearing it for? Fashion reasons?
I can't believe they said. That's why it's there. It's its entire point. It's why the CDC issued everybody one.
It was by far one of just the stupidest things I've ever fucking seen.
Was it at where was it? Where did you see it? It was just some
random ass fucking person.
That's so funny because the way I picture this is that you're at a Target or something, and you just see a lady.
Station.
It was at a gas station. What the fuck? That's even worse. They're just dirty as is.
No kidding, bro. I'm probably gonna get hep from the air, bro.
I was like, dude, this is it's safer to sneeze with the mask on.
I just think it's like, what, you're gonna get yourself sick? Like, it's your own sneeze, bro. Deal
Fucker,
with
it came from you.
Deal with it. Yeah, exactly.
If it's a disposable mask, throw it away. Get a new one.
If your sneeze disgusts you that much, hold it in.
If you're that much of a wet sneeze.
Yeah, you ever had wet sneezes though?
Yes, I've had some wet ones.
Oh my god,
like spit and
what
everything.
like what happens? Like,
I don't know.
Is it sometimes you just accidentally blow a raspberry?
I guess it's so
Or, like,
fast, but
I don't
like
know, maybe sometimes like you're just like really well hydrated and that's it.
your body was just like, we need to get rid of water.
Yo,
Make him
sometimes
sneeze.
sometimes I'll sneeze and just like my mask is just wet for the next hour, and I'm just like, yo, get out. I'm like,
Yeah,
no.
that happened to me at work one time. I was sitting at work. I was on the computer, and I just goes, and I go, fuck, I need to go to my car. I need a new mask.
Have you ever sneezed like with like and let's like pre-pandemic or whatever, like into your sleeve or whatever, and yeah, and like you like pull away, but you see you left a giant ass like wet mark in your elbow or whatever, and you're like, I can't hide this. Like, what do I do now?
Yeah, that's why I would always go for like, if I had a jacket, I would try to go within the jacket, or I would try to aim it downwards. I was like, hold on, let me squat real quick. You know.
That'd be so funny, man. Could you imagine like people like it's courtesy to sneeze on the floor? A universe where every time you sneeze, you're like, excuse me, you just like squat and crouch down real low. Just
Yeah, you go push up position, you sneeze, and then you go back up.
push up position.
I was like, hold on, guys. Okay.
Allergy season would be the worst, bro, because you'd have to do it like every 5 minutes.
Be fucking ripped.
Yeah.
Basically doing burpees.
One push up per sneeze. That should be the rule.
Dude, you'd be so
And plus,
jacked.
you may as well sneeze on the ground. It's probably safer. You don't want that shit in the air.
Exactly. You don't want to touch your fucking face to anybody. You don't want your aerosols going everywhere.
Dude, remember
So
those
it's disease
graphics they
spread.
released? It was like here's how many particles get in the air when you sneeze. It's
Dude,
just
whenever I
it's
saw
like,
that,
it's like I'm a killer.
It was ridiculous. I'm like, these fuckers go 6 feet.
Yeah, for real. It's like I got some range, bro. It's like I want a competition. Like who can get their fucking particles out the farthest?
Yeah,
Like,
who's
it's
the
like the
sneeze?
long jump. It's the long sneeze.
Yeah, who's like the sneeze sniper? Just and just like is able to get like 12 feet.
Oh my god, dude, the sneezes that have like the little boogies come out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Dude,
those
sometimes you launch those fuckers too.
dude.
You know what I mean? Sometimes they're like you'll try to do it in your elbow, but it like lands on the fucking table or chair, or it's sometimes your
Alright.
fucking leg, and you're just like, how did that happen?
Gross story, but this recently happened to me. So for this past week or so, I've been sick. And yesterday I was doing homework because I'm a fucking nerd, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be inside anyways. What else am I gonna do? And and I was just sitting there typing, and I go, achoo, and I sneeze this way. My laptop's right here, but I sneeze this way. And whenever I turn back again, there's a little fucking boogie right there on the screen. And I was like, no fucking way.
Sometimes you don't turn fast enough. You know what I mean?
I guess not. I'm like, how fucking... In the time that it took, I was like if achoo was the thing, I was probably over here like,
There's got to be some weird physics involved, like just based on like how it comes out and stuff. Like that has to be it. You know what I mean?
Right. Like what? Like the firing pin or whatever of a sneeze was
Yeah,
like
it's
what
just
shot
like,
it.
it's like,
and
is it bouncing off? You're like anything? Like, is it bouncing off my cheeks or like my nose? Like, is that why it ends up like sideways? Because like, either way,
it
man,
just bounces around the room like, and then finally on the screen.
It makes no sense.
Or that, or my body's just like, nah, fuck it, screen. That or was there before, I don't know. But
You ever had a dry sneeze though, where it's almost like a cough?
fucking painful.
Where it's almost like just like a cough, like a really hard cough.
Dude, whenever I got my tonsils taken out, that happened. I had to sneeze, and it was the worst decision of my life. Mostly because
no.
it was my throat really hurt.
Right.
You know, I had holes in it, and then just this, and it was like a dry sneeze, like what you were referring to, and it was like, and I was like, and my mom walked in, and she was like, "Holy shit, what the fuck was that? Are you okay?" And I'm just like. Like crying. I was crying. It hurt so bad.
That's hilarious. But that also sounds so painful. Why'd you get your tonsils taken out?
How
How old were you?
This was in college.
Whoa, what the fuck?
This was in
I
college.
didn't know that. Yeah, why did you have to get them taken out?
Yes, it was like long story short. My freshman year, the second semester of freshman year of college, my tonsils had swollen up. And I went to the doctor, and the doctor was like, "Oh, just give it a few weeks, and give it 2 weeks, and the swelling to go down." Didn't go down. I was like, "All right, whatever." Like a month passes, and they're still inflamed. So I go back to the doctor, and I was just like, "Hey, they're still fucking like bad." Oh, I got so bad that I was talking like this. Like it was ridiculous, and
Talk about going down the wrong pipe.
yeah, it was painful. And he was like, give it 2 more weeks. I'm like, no. I was like, no.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Which felt very fucking ballsy to tell a doctor no. But it felt very good because after I got them taken out, I felt a lot better. But
I still have my tonsils. Does that mean like I'm worth more than you on the black market? Just like body-wise?
yeah, this guy has his tonsils.
Right? Does that make me more valuable or less valuable? Because if I still have my tonsils, then I still have a chance to get infected. But you don't have them, so you have less body parts than me.
How much are tonsils worth?
But what do you even use them for?
Exactly. They just get inflamed. And in my case, almost kill you.
To get them taken out so you can have a shit ton of ice cream. That's what you use them for.
Your body loves you. It literally creates useless body parts like the appendix and tonsils.
The wisdom teeth.
Yeah,
That's 3 right off the bat.
Your
that's
body actively
useless.
hates you.
I guess some people do use their wisdom teeth, but they're not necessary.
Yeah.
Most people have to get them taken out. I don't even know if that's true, but
Everybody that I've met.
what's another useless body part? Hang on. Oh, the nose. Who the fuck smells anymore? What the fuck? Get over it. Grow up.
Fucking grow up. I guess what is a useless body part? Male nipples.
I guess you're right. Yeah. There's no.
Like they're
no
cool to
use for
have.
'em. Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, they just make it a pretty picture. You know what I mean? It'd be weird to have just a blank ass canvas.
Exactly,
You know, all the
because
way
then it'd
through.
be pointless.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you. But,
You're on fire with the one-liners today.
I've been
dude.
watching a lot of James Bond.
Dane Bond.
Dane Bond.
His cousin in the United States.
In the CIA.
Dane Bond. I thought you were going to say Dane Cook for a second. But
Oh, no.
which would make more sense to have one-liners. Oh, I've been listening to a lot of Dane Cook. Like, no, you said James Bond. That's an
bro.
action movie. What the fuck?
He's got some killer-ass one-liners in those movies.
I've never seen them, so I'm going to have to take your word for it.
Dude, we're going to have to watch one of them.
I'm probably not. I mean, I've tried to watch like 2 of them, but
Which
I just
one?
get so fucking bored. I don't know. I was a little younger. And by younger, I mean like preteen and teen. So,
I see. Dude, I remember the first movie that, all right, I got introduced to it backwards. Like the first James Bond related thing that I got introduced to was GoldenEye 64, which I have.
oh, the game.
The game. And it was so fucking fun that I was like, I'm going to watch the movie. And that's how I got started watching the James Bond movies. And then I remember whenever they announced that Pierce Brosnan wasn't going to be in Casino Royale and it was Daniel Craig, I was actually upset. I felt betrayed. I felt as betrayed as whenever I found out that Tobey Maguire wasn't going to be in The Amazing Spider-Man and it was going to be Andrew Garfield. I felt betrayed.
Jesus Christ,
And then
man. You're like...
That's
bad.
I was
That's
in my
bad,
bag, bro. I was in my
bro.
bag because I was like, because
You
to
acted
me,
like a 40-year-old mom over that shit, over James
I was
Bond.
a fucking kid. All right, to be fair, I was a kid. Till that movie came out in 2006, I was 7. But to me, James Bond was.
I can't believe you were that offended, man. I could get it if you were
I wasn't even
older.
offended. It was more like just
I could get it if you were older, but I just imagine you as a kid being like, what the fuck?
fuck.
This is bullshit.
Who's Daniel Craig? No, Pierce Brosnan is James Bond. But
Oh, it's Daniel Craig? I guess you can't call it James Bond.
Daniel Craig.
It's Dane Bond now.
Dane Bond.
Daniel, Dane. It's close enough.
But I watched it and I enjoyed it. And now I enjoy
Did you
some
watch
of
them
this.
in order, or did you start with like the most recent one?
No, I started with GoldenEye, which was the one that where the video game came from.
Is that the first one?
That one's the first one where Pierce Brosnan was James Bond. That's whenever he took on the role, and then
It's like Batman.
Yeah.
At this point,
Yeah,
right?
and I was always confused because they're based on books. They're based on Ian Fleming books, and in this book, there's some backstory, whatever. And I was confused. I'm like, fuck, is there more movies than this? And I looked it up. There's 50 years worth of fucking James Bond movies.
Yeah, but like not all of them are good.
Yeah, not all of them are good.
Because they've been making these since like the 50s or something.
The fucking
right?
50s. Yep, with Roger Moore, and the 70s with Roger Moore, and then just
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, they've been making them for fucking ever.
yeah, and they're still making more. There's one coming out this year, and I'm gonna go watch it, and I'm gonna very very excited for it actually.
Do you think, if you watch the older ones now, are they still good or are they shitty? Because that's something I've always wanted to know. It's like, this franchise has like existed for a long ass time. Like, you can't tell me like the quality is the same throughout.
There's
their
some
entire run.
There are some that I've watched not super recently, but like later after I've seen like the Pierce Brosnan ones and the Daniel Craig ones. I went back and watched some of the older ones, and in those they're kind of hit or miss. Like there's some that are so overly campy, like it's like comparing The Dark Knight to Adam West's Batman,
Right.
Like super overly like playful, campy, just goofy as shit. But there are some that are more serious and more grounded in reality, and I like those because those are actually good.
Man. Could you imagine liking the campy ones and like, oh, what the fuck? The world's gonna end?
Guys, I liked the part whenever he had the shark tear gas. I'm sorry.
Oh, what the fuck? Who made this shit realistic?
Oh, what the fuck? I liked it whenever he blew up a man that literally turned into a balloon and hit the wall and exploded. That's an actual scene.
I love it already. Maybe I do like James Bond.
Yeah, you probably like it because there's some fucking funny ass one-liners in there.
Isn't James Bond the one who does shaken, not stirred?
That's the one.
You
Yep.
sounded
that's
like
the
John
one.
Belushi.
Yeah, get me shaking, not stirred. Don't stir the shit.
Not stirred.
Shaking, not stirred.
Shaken, not stirred. That's Mike Tyson.
That's Mike Tyson. Did you stir this shit?
Will you just stir it for me? Can you stir it up real well? Stir it up.
I wanted it shaken.
I wanted it shaken. Yeah, like he still says the S.
I wanted it shaken.
I wanted it shaken. That's one of my favorite impressions to do, and
Mike
partly
Tyson?
it's because we have the same birthday.
Really?
I'm birthday buddies with Mike Tyson and Michael Phelps. I've said
Get
this
the
like
fuck outta here.
I've said this like 4 times on the show, but I will never stop saying it. I'm fucking
And I'm
proud
blown
of,
away
I'm,
each
I'm
fucking
proud
time.
I'm proud of it for some reason, and I don't know why.
I'm blown away each fucking time that I hear that. Because I always forget.
I think it's because obviously legends were born on that day. I'm just next in line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fingers crossed, right?
Let's not knock on some fucking wood, man. I'm a legend.
I'm a legend.
I'd rather be Mike Tyson than Michael Phelps. I think between my 2 birthday buddies, I think I'd rather be Mike Tyson. I mean, the dude bit off someone's ear, right?
Yeah, just because
he has a cool ass tattoo. He had a pet tiger,
He did. He did.
and he has a lisp. I used to have a lisp. Till I was like in high school or some shit like
I
that.
relate more to him than Michael Phelps.
Seriously, yeah, Michael Phelps. He just swims. The fuck?
I know how to do that shit.
I don't really.
You don't know how to swim?
No,
Get the fuck out of here.
no.
Never. Like, yeah. What's
like,
have you swam in the ocean?
I've never been to an ocean.
Oh my God. Really?
No, I have not.
Damn.
And so no, yeah. I mean, I have. It's like swam, like every now and because I just don't really go to pools. I don't really have it like none of my friends have pools, So there's never really an opportunity for me to swim anyway.
Oh, I see.
And I didn't really do it a lot as a kid either. So it's like I didn't really have to learn. And then like there's a few times like it's happened in recent years, and like I'll like get the hang of it for a second, but like I don't really know how to do it. Like if I was dropped in the ocean right now, like there's no way I'd make it out alive. I just don't know how to swim, and it sucks kind of because it's like I should know. You never know.
You're like a
You never
gremlin. Keep
know.
him away from water, dude.
Why do you have to keep gremlins away from water?
It's from a movie.
I know, but like, did they ever say why though?
Yeah,
There's
they-
always like some like catch.
Yeah, it was like I think if water melted them, Like water fucked him up.
Oh, really?
And then feeding them after midnight
I feel
turned
like
them
that's
into those
useful information, right?
Yeah, I was like, hey, if you do feed them after midnight, they're gonna turn into
Get a spray bottle.
Get a spray bottle.
You're literally be invincible. Get a fire hose. Like you, there shouldn't have been a Gremlins movie, bro.
What's healthy for you is deadly to them.
That should be your first red flag, right?
Yeah,
Like fucking witches, or at least in the Wizard of Oz, getting burned by water.
that was a thing.
Yeah, like I'm melting. That's because
She
someone
was
like dumped
peeing
water on her.
Someone was peeing on her.
Someone's giving her a golden shower.
Guys,
she was
it's our
actually
last
saying
move.
it because she liked it. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm melting!
More of this.
This is awesome! I'm like melting right now."
Melting in all this hot piss. It's fucking gross.
Well, you gonna kink shame the Wicked Witch now? The fuck?
There's some
Come
kinks
on,
that
man.
deserve shame.
Like piss?
Yeah, bodily fluid shit. That's weird to me.
You kiss, bro. You exchange saliva.
I'm talking about piss, boy. Piss is not the same
You
as
said
making out.
bodily fluids, though.
You know what I mean, though.
I guess, but
Human waste. I
saliva,
guess.
though. I mean, that's
Human saliva has a point, though.
dude. Pee is sterile.
It's still gross. It's a waste. It's human waste.
But it's sterile. Saliva is not. You're telling me you'd rather...
Yes.
Yeah,
whatever
okay,
the, whatever
I'm
the
not
fuck you're
gonna
gonna say,
ask it.
absolutely yes. I saw it on your face. Like, oh yeah, George.
You're telling
Let
me...
me get you on camera,
you-
motherfucker.
Yeah, let's do it. You telling me you'd rather swap saliva in your mouth than sterile piss?
Someone pee in my mouth, and I'm gonna exchange it with this other guy that has pee in his mouth, and we're gonna exchange.
It's just like the Panama Canal. It's literally just like that.
Just like the Panama Canal, guys. What's so fucking weird? The Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean have to meet somewhere.
Okay, how about this? Let's say... No, I'm not going down this rabbit
Let's say
hole.
I pee in your mouth right fucking now. How are you gonna not?
You're telling me you would rather I kiss you and you spit than me pee in your mouth?
God, you're fucking weird.
Jeez, you're so fucking fringe. Oh, and I'm the weirdo.
Oh, I'm the fucking weird one.
I'm the weirdo.
'Cause I don't wanna
I'd
kiss
rather
you.
have you piss in my mouth than kiss you.
I don't want to kiss you, bro. Just pee in my mouth.
I've known you too long. I can kiss you. If you're a bad kisser, that's the only thing I would ever think about.
Not the time you pissed in my mouth.
If you pissed in my mouth, I could probably get over it.
Oh my god.
Chalk it up to some, like some story, or I'll probably make up something just to justify it. But bro, if you're a bad kisser, it's like, this is fact.
Dude, I feel like one of the main reasons why I was so obsessed with eating yogurt out of a container with my tongue was because I was concerned about being a bad kisser. So I was like, I gotta train this shit.
You're like at age 8 eating Yoplait. You're like, I can't fuck up in 10 years.
That's exactly it. Because I didn't have fucking cable. I didn't have kid shows. I was watching grown men shit.
You'd see.
And then one of them, they always made a point that it doesn't matter what show it is. There's always a point that one of them is a bad kisser.
You're like, oh, he's a bad
And they
kisser.
make it
It's like, oh, end it all. It's
Yeah,
like, what
pretty
the
much.
fuck?
And I'm like, fuck, I gotta encounter that as
It's
an
crazy
adult.
because in real life, that's actually like one of the least problematic things you could encounter in a person. If
Very
their
true.
worst quality is that they're a bad kisser, they're probably a good person.
And it's like, oh,
they're probably a keeper. If the one thing you're upset about with them is that they can't kiss you as well as you would like them to, it's like, oh, okay, well, at least they have literally everything else going for them, right?
Exactly. We can
But
work
fuck
on
'em.
that. Exactly. We could work on that though.
So ridiculous to me, man.
Yeah, and it was so funny that the fact that that sitcoms and shit made it a point to make this and dedicate an entire 22 minutes of an episode to just
No
that.
kidding. Do you think? Do
So
you
that
think
freaked
that
me
it
out
was
as a
one of
kid.
those? Do you think it was one of those things where it's like,
Or the producer made out with somebody.
well,
that
you know,
was-
how it was like, in the 50s, like old TV shows, it would be almost like a storyline where the husband just absolutely hates the wife. for whatever reason.
Yeah, it was a
like,
character. They made
just
a character
always,
trait.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
They just
like,
like
why?
always make a joke out of it. They make it a point to let you know that this dude is unhappy in his marriage for whatever reason.
All that did was just spawn a generation of boomers that hate their fucking wives.
What it's so like the point I'm trying to get at is that like if that represented how husbands felt about their wives, does that mean most of our generation is bad kissers?
I would argue the opposite.
That they're good kissers.
Because
they're just making a big deal out of fucking nothing. Because think about this. If the majority of our generation was good kissers, there probably wouldn't be so many tropes like, oh, he's such a bad kisser. Because if they were the minority anyway, then like it wouldn't even really matter. If the majority of people were good kissers. So that's kind of where I'm getting at. I think that a lot of people are terrible kissers and they know it.
we're gonna have to. The only thing I can
Bad kissers,
see
come on the
spawning-
show.
Yeah, exactly. Come on the show. Tell us your story. Why do you suck at kissing?
Yeah. Tell me when you knew you were a bad kisser. And there's no shame in that either. I'm not good at a lot of things.
Have you ever-
I don't even know if I'm good at kissing. I'm probably not. I'm not here saying I am.
All right. I was about to say. With that being said, have you ever? I do know what it's like to kiss someone that's a bad kisser, and it's
What makes it a bad kiss?
okay.
Too much piss.
Too much piss. Not enough. Not enough saliva. Too much piss. Okay. Number one. Just going in too strong. And by what I mean by that is just like they go in tongues a blazing. This is the best way I can say
with
it.
the tongue.
They lead with the tongue.
It's like they use it as like a feeler, like snakes and shit. They're like, all right, let's see what we got going on over here.
Yep, it's clean in there. Let's go in there.
Yep, that's a mouth.
Oh, thank God, I found the mouth finally.
These are lips. Thank God.
Oh, thank God, this isn't a butt again.
You just have to make sure sometimes.
But yeah, the shit like that.
What about does it make it a bad kiss? Like, let's say they're a good kisser, but they keep their eyes open the whole time. Is that a bad kiss?
Not a bad kiss. That would just be definitely a strange habit. Like, why do you feel the need to make eye contact with me while we're doing
What if
this?
they don't feel the need to make eye contact? They just prefer to not have their eyes closed. And I'm not even saying that they're fucking like staring you down either. They're just open.
They're just like looking
They're
around. Like, can I get the
They
fuck out
could
of
be,
here?
yeah. They're just casually just like looking at your closed eyes or open for that matter. Hang on, like how much would this rub you the wrong way?
Not too much because I mean I keep
Really?
my eye closed anyway. So how the fuck am I supposed to know if she got hers open? You feel?
I guess. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like the only way you would be able to tell is if both of you are weird and kept your eyes open.
Me and my homies make out with our eyes closed. We make it a point.
We make it a point to close our eyes before, during, and after the kiss.
It's funny, but yes.
Everyone always talks about kissing your homies goodnight, but no one talks about making out with your homies good morning.
Hey, what's up, bro? Hey. That's a really fucking funny ass thought.
Who's out here Frenching their bros? Leave a comment below. Come on the show.
Come on the show. Let me know.
Let me know the first time you Frenched your bro.
Yeah, what bond do you guys have where that's okay? That's just the norm.
You know, one of the best jokes I ever came up with, it was, you know, what do they call French kissing in France? You know, because it's like, because if you're there, it's probably just called kissing. Kind of like how in America, it's not called American kissing, it's just called lying.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like it. A lot of people liked it, I guess, but
I like it.
I like it because it's just like, for me, it's like when people laughed at it, it's like, oh, so we agree, Americans are shitty. It's the implication, you know. It's
And
like
those
it's
who
like
don't
this-
understand it are a shitty American.
It's like this did well because you know most people you know lie.
Most American people.
Most American people lie. Would you say, like, give me a percentage of worldwide? How many people lie? Like,
Okay,
I guess everyone. I guess this is a
everybody,
hard
yeah.
question to ask.
Yeah, because I guess
Chronically,
like
how many people lie like me?
Ooh. Okay, so like this is a tough question because again, we are both very capable of committing crimes with our lies. And there's a big majority of people that are in jail because of lies. So I'm thinking of like, do I have to include the people that are in jail or no, because they got caught. So I guess the people that are out. So
Man, it's so hard to quantify lying.
exactly, because everybody fucking does it.
I guess.
So
Man,
easy.
the people who say they don't lie or that they never tell a lie, immediately I'm like, I
You're a
gotta
bad
never
liar.
talk to you.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like,
like you're a
'cause-
terrible liar. Like you just told one of the biggest lies of all time, the
And
oldest lie in the book that everyone knows.
I'm not a liar. I never lie.
I never lie. It's like, come on now.
Fuck out of here. Everybody does.
Yeah, and even about serious shit too.
Especially about serious shit sometimes. some people
Especially about serious shit.
some people are fucking like
You know, I used to know people who would lie, like who would go out of their way to lie. And what I mean by this is that I used to work with someone who would go up to other coworkers and she'd be like, "Oh my god, like I like your belt. It's so cute," or like, you know, like, "Oh my god, your hair looks so great today." She wouldn't mean it. She would just go out of her way to say it and not mean it.
would she talk shit behind their back?
Yes. I mean, and
that's
not,
just
and
a
not
shitty ass-
chronically, but like, you know, to a select few, like, you know, just like gossiping to your friends, I guess, to that extent. But
Just lie. Just kidding. The belt's fucking ugly.
exactly, shit like that.
Oh my god.
And it's just like, what the fuck?
Why?
I know, right? Like, what could
possessed you to
possibly
do
be the
that?
reason to do that? Like, what do you gain out of that lie?
Yeah. First of all, what did you gain, and why did you go out of your way to say that? Oh, if only you're gonna take it back, bitch. Like,
Yeah, most people when they lie, they're trying to get something.
yeah, like if you said
You know,
like, hey,
a
nice
laugh,
belt. Yeah.
information, money, just anything really. But that's some psychopath shit. I'm sorry, you're just lying just to lie,
You're lying just to lie, and then like
and then immediately going back and like
Just
undermining yourself.
I know. If anything, that tells me more about you as a person.
Seriously, it's like, wow, like you're telling me about the time you told our coworker that they had a shitty ass belt or that they had a fly ass belt. It's like,
Whenever I told you that, whenever you told me, you told me that there was shitty belt, and then you told them that it was a cool belt. Like, why?
yeah, it's like I'm never gonna take any compliment from you ever again.
At that point, you should just tell her whenever she gives you a compliment, you should give her one back. He's like, "Hey, George, nice shoes." Like, "Oh, thanks." Actually,
nice lie.
Nice lie. Nice divorced parents.
What's
Then
the
just
difference
leave.
between a lie and a fib?
A fib is like nobody gets hurt.
What's a white lie then?
A white lie, saying that you have good credit and being able to get away with it to get a loan and not getting called on it because you're white.
What the fuck is this Oxford level fucking definition you just gave me?
A white lie. It's in the name.
Jesus.
You asked me what you
Christ.
asked the question, and then you're confused when I give an answer.
Because we have lie, white lie, and fib.
All right, a white lie is just an obvious ass lie. Just like that's a fucking white
Really?
lie.
I thought white lies were supposed to be not noticeable. I thought fibs were the obvious one. Because people
Fibs
are,
are just like-
you're fibbing, you know, like, quit fibbing.
It's
I mean, I guess if you're 4.
hey, that's a fib. Like imagine being in
Why
the
is that
Supreme
even a
Court.
word we teach to kids?
I use it as just like a not serious lie.
You child.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
yeah. I guess it's a childish ass definition, but that's just the way I
It's a
see it.
childish word. And I don't know
Fib.
why I feel like that. Fib?
Yeah,
Because it's just a noise more than it is a word. Because it's like, you could make that noise accidentally. That's what I'm saying. You could say that word and not even mean to. And so that's why I think it's not really like a good word.
George
Because
is
it's
just
like no one
sneezing.
just says, no one accidentally says logical. You know what I mean? Like that's an adult word.
like-
But like fib, like
Next
you-
time you sneeze, you say logical. What the fuck was that?
it's like, what? Did anyone hear that? And no one would believe you either.
And I was like, oh, it's like the time I said logical when I sneezed on accident. Like, no, fucker, you said that on purpose.
You sneezed on accident?
You sneezed on accident, but you said logical on accident. What? But yeah, that's so for me, like, fibs are just tiny little lies that don't mean anything, you know? Just like do you like this jacket with these pants or something? And I'm just trying to go out the door. I'm like, yeah, sure, that looks great. Let's get out of here.
That's a white lie, in my opinion.
A white lie is something that's very obvious to me. Like if
What the hell?
So like for example, if someone says I was here on Friday, but I know that they weren't, I'd be like, that's a white lie. Like, I know you weren't there. You know, that's how
really, because in my book, that's just straight up a lie. Like,
oh,
what the fuck?
a white lie, or what?
Or the scenario you just described, like I was here, but in reality they were there.
Oh,
it's like that's just a fucking lie. What the fuck?
I don't know. That's just.
So what would be an actual full-on lie in your opinion? If that's a white lie.
For me, I guess just a lie is just a lie. I don't know. Fucking. Why are we Why are we dividing lies up? Why are we giving?
Well, because now I'm getting a little upset because whenever I give you fake statistic and facts, you're telling me I'm a fucking liar and shit.
That's a fib.
But you've never called me a fibber. You never called it a fib. You're out here calling me a liar, saying I'm telling lies, and I'm fucking sick of it. Because from what I just learned, I'm actually a fibber.
Yeah, you are. You're a little fibber.
All right, so let's get our fucking story straight from now on.
A little fibber. You mad because you're not a liar. Just a little fibber. So fucking close. God damn it. What is it about insoles of shoes or the outsoles of shoes that they basically measure the same, but it's always the end. Like, I wear a size 10.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But the insoles are pretty much the same.
I mean,
or the outsoles.
How fucking bro is this right now?
How bro is this? I wish the cameras could see this right now.
Yeah, I'm putting up my shoe against Mauro's because I want to see how big it is in comparison. But it's still pretty big, honestly. Because that fucking, it's I don't want to put myself on blast in front of everyone. But let's just say it barely fit in that Bigfoot-sized crater you had in your front fucking yard.
Yeah, what the fuck was that about? I'm very terrified. I'm gonna have to keep
and
an
it was
eye
only
out.
one.
There was only
one foot.
And it was just a muddy
and
ass
it looked like the right foot as well. It would like the way the sidewalk was, and then like the footprint.
Yeah.
It was like it would have made more sense if it was the left foot, but it wasn't. This was the right foot. So how the fuck did that happen? You have to try. You have to want to make people be terrified. I'm sorry. That's the only fucking thing.
I'm very happy that the footprint was facing towards like he was just walking down the street and it wasn't facing my house. If it was facing my house, it would have been game over.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if I found footprints headed toward my house and they were like significantly larger than my feet, I'd be like, yeah, we gotta fucking move. Like,
I'm not staying here.
No, sir.
You had a Sasquatch in the neighborhood looking for me? Fuck that. I know he's looking for me because I talk a lot of shit about hairy people.
I know he's like. All right, man. I think it's about time to wrap this pretty little show up. Be sure to follow the show at Tame Mayhem, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Love you guys. Bye.